So I haven't been doing much flying the last little while, though I got out yesterday and I've got some cinematic footage I'll put up later. But what I have been doing is working in the background. So I'll show you a few projects I've been working on. I've now got two, what I thought of as 5-inch. In fact, turns out these props are 6-inch. This one's got a brand new flight stack that I managed to get, the Speedybee F405. As you see, it's got a GoPro 7 mounted on the top. Some people wondered whether I had a naked GoPro. That's just the empty case on the other one. So these are pretty much the same spec. There's both a Speedybee 405. The main difference is the video transmitter. This one has got the Speedybee switchable between 25 to 800 milliwatts, and this is the JHEMCU one, same sort of feature. They both perform brilliantly, and I've got Flying Fish longer antennas with the MMCU connectors on them, and they're both great for penetration and range. Very happy. The only problem with Speedybee is that there's since I think 4.5, Beta Flight 4.5 came out, you need a hack to get it to switch properly, and I'll demonstrate that a bit later. This one, it just works out of the box. So I was a bit concerned because I'm wondering if the company's still in business because their website seems to have changed down, but it's a great product and it's much cheaper than the Speedybee. Attraction to the Speedybee VTX800 is it shows you how to wire it to the Speedybee flight controller that I've already got. Also fairly easy to get documentation for how to set it up. Though, as I say, I had to hack it. Have a close look at the last two values in that table, but that's what I need to do to force it to switch from 25 to 800 when I arm it. This is the port setup, which is the same for both the Speedybee and the VTX, the one from the other vendor. They both use TRAMP, IRC TRAMP as a protocol. The nice thing with the JHEMCU is that there's a preset for it under presets. So I've got a preset for my LRS plus now a preset for that, and that works and loads perfectly. So that shows that it's not too obscure. And the other, and here we have the VTX table in Beta Flight, which is very straightforward at the values you expect, unlike the Speedybee. So all in all, happy with both of them, though despite the twists. The other thing that's happened is the cameras. I bought a whole bunch of these inexpensive but very good quality cameras that come preset to PAL, which is my preferred setting, and I've taken one out. They don't cost much, about $11–12 Australian, but this one I seem to get a nice clear image, but it's bobbing around, which was the one that was mounted in the newer one. In fact, I've now swapped it out. You can see that the one I've got there is orange rather than red, because I suspect it's the camera, because the cabling's the same. I've actually put a little bit of glue on the frame where it's held to make it more stable on it. The copter flies smoothly, the GoPro footage is good, so swapping a camera out is the next step to diagnose what's going on. The other thing I'm working on is I found a cheap flight controller with the unlikely name of DAKEPFV. Unfortunately, people look at that and think change one letter and you got fake, but I'm still putting it together because I thought the only flight controller that's Beta Flight capable I've ever worked with is the Speedybee version 3 and version 4 of the F405. Very, very happy with them, but they're getting harder to find and they're more expensive. So I bought this. This is as far as I've got so far. I've actually put a Panasonic ESC on that rather than the one that came with it. That's the 55 amp ESC. And this is the flight controller. Not as specky looking as the Speedybee, but it seems to have everything on it. The only thing I'm trying to figure out is whether I've got to use some different ports on it. It's a good puzzle, but it looks okay. So it's got a dedicated port for the GPS. It's got dedicated port that's for the ELRS. But when it comes to cameras, they'll take two cameras, But the weird thing is those plugs are fed 12 volts, which would fry my cameras on 5 volts. So I'm thinking I can plug into those, disconnect the power cable and run a 5 volt to it. But why the hell anybody has cameras that run 12 volts? Maybe it's something to do with digital, which I'm not, digital cameras, which I'm not into yet. So we'll see how I get on with this. So it didn't cost much, couldn't find much on it, but I thought I'd give it a go. So that's it for now, but I thought I'd just give an update to show that I haven't totally lost interest, even though I haven't been flying for the last few days. So once again, bye for now.